PsychoticKingAJ here, bringing you another King's Top 10. Today on King's Top 10, we're going to do top 10 movies starring... Wow, that is tongue-tied as all could be. Nicolas Cage. In my opinion, Nicolas Cage is a phenomenal actor. I love to see him in roles. A lot of you would debate this. If you want to have a debate, drop it in the comments below. I'm sure we can get into a nice conversation about it. So today I've compiled a list of 10 movies proving Nicolas Cage is a phenomenal actor. Don't forget to subscribe to this video for more content just like this. With that being said, let's start this off. Number 10, Drive Angry. The action in this movie is really random, and it's done well. The acting is great because it's Nicolas Cage. The movie is pretty funny, and it's got some pretty sexy cars in there too, just to kind of kick it into overdrive, like, you know, the movie should be. Number 9, Ghost Rider. The reason why Ghost Rider makes this list is because, in my opinion, he embodies Johnny Blaze very well. A lot of people disagreed, said Nicolas Cage was the worst actor to pick, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I've been reading Ghost Rider comics since the first issue came out. I have every special appearance he's done within Spider-Man. I have every special appearance he's done within... couple others I can't remember off the top of my head. Just Spider-Man was always a great. When Ghost Rider was in Spider-Man, it was great. But Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider was just perfect. Number 8, 8mm. This movie's a very dark and serious movie where Nicolas Cage plays a very serious role, and he embodies it so perfectly. He does not overact. He does not use exaggerated facial expressions. He is very serious within this role. And his acting is very well. Very good. Very well. He acted very well. That's what I want to say. He acted very well. Sorry about that. Which, you know, greater shows his acting ability. He doesn't need to be over the top to make a movie good. Number 7, Lord of War. The storyline and the acting in this movie is superb. This movie kept me very entertained and very attentive from start to finish. Nicolas Cage's acting in this movie adds that little extra touch. Plus, what can go wrong with a movie about selling guns? Number 6, Vampire's Kiss. This is the greatest Nicolas Cage overacting movie of all time. It is hilarious. I love this movie. If you are a fan of Nicolas Cage and you've never seen Vampire's Kiss, go watch it now. You will not be disappointed at all. Number 5. Right? 5 comes before 6? Gotcha. Number 5 is City of Angels. The storyline in this movie makes for a beautiful romance story. I love this movie. It hits me right in them feels. City of Angels is a beautiful movie from start to finish. If you haven't seen it, and you know, you're planning a date night with your significant other, I guarantee you watch this movie, you will not be disappointed. It is just so heartfelt and warming. It's perfect. And Nicolas Cage's acting in this movie, again, like 8mm, is just perfect and on the dot of that serious role that we see he can play. Number 4, Con Air. Now, I mean, what can go wrong with Nicolas Cage having long hair and being a badass? This movie? Nothing. The movie has an all-star cast. And out of this all-star cast, we have three main people. Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, and Steve Buscemi. The roles that they played so perfectly, it was unbelievable. With supporting cast and other members like Michael Clark Duncan or Vin Rames. As I said before, I get those two mixed up a lot, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry about that as well. I am Canadian. I do say sorry a lot. Danny Trejo's in the movie. Like, I mean, come on. Come on. It's just, if you've never seen Con Air and you're a fan of the 90s action flicks, you do not know what you're missing. Go find this movie. I'm sure it's in a thrift store somewhere. Dust off that old VHS and, put her in there, give her a watch. You won't be disappointed. Number 3. Gone in 60 Seconds. I love this movie from start to finish. The acting takes it up a notch. The soundtrack takes it up a notch. The cars take it up a notch. Everything about this movie is just high octane, that next notch going up the ladder. This thing is a great movie. Storyline is really good. Fans of the Fast and the Furious series will absolutely adore this movie. It's just, it's great. I cannot say, I know I'm kind of boasting about Nicolas Cage's movies, saying they're all great. Well, realize this. These are 10 movies. Actually, we're going to say 11 because we have an honorable mention. But these are 10 movies out of the plethora of movies he's done. So there are some bad movies that he has done that I don't particularly like. But trust me when I say Gone in 60 Seconds is definitely worth a watch. Number 2. One of the movies, the first one and the second one, we have National Treasure. These movies rank on the crown scale of 5 crowns. The acting in these movies is top notch. It doesn't get much better than the acting. These actors played out. The storyline, so beautiful, so well done, connects from A to B so perfectly, and then the sequel running through, it was like, okay, we just got a 4-hour movie in 2 parts. It's just, I cannot say much more about National Treasure other than the fact if you have never watched National Treasure, I don't care what kind of movies you're into, go watch them. You're gonna love them. It's a 5-crown movie. Everyone has to watch National Treasure. And National Treasure 2. The second one gets, it's right up there. Like, I mean. So it's time, as I said, we have an honorable mention. My honorable mention for this list is Rumblefish. Rumblefish is a novel written by S.E. Hilton, who is, of course, the writer of the ever so popular Outsiders, which I'm sure most of you have read in school. If you didn't read it in school, or you haven't read it in school yet, type thing, S.E. Hilton was a great writer for the era of, I don't really know what era, it was like the 60s, 70s era, gang violence type thing, but it's not like the gangs are now. This is way back when you had the Socs and the Greasers and, people carried pocket knives, They didn't go around shooting each other up, right? So it's not like that. It's more West Side Story than Tupac movie, I guess. So the reason why Rumblefish is my honorable mention is because this is the first movie I ever seen Nicolas Cage in. In about grade 7, I watched The Outsiders, and then I was curious because I loved The Outsiders novel. I actually went in to find the other book she's written, found Rumblefish, read it, and then watched the movie. And it was great. So it was one of the first. I'm not guaranteeing it was the first, but it was one of the first. Which brings us to our number 1. And our number 1 movie on my list of top 10 Nicolas Cage movies. Remember, this is my opinion, so don't hate on me for this. Face Off. Face Off. I love this movie. Nicolas Cage, John Travolta, fucking banter back and forth. This movie portrays what Nicolas Cage can do. Because he plays a character in the beginning of the movie, and then he changes the character completely to have to play somebody else. And the acting, it's seamless. You believe it right from the hop. Everything's perfect. John Travolta, of course, is another great actor. The two of them together was just phenomenal. They played off each other so much. And it was beautiful. There was nothing wrong with this movie. It is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie of all time. So, I mean, Nicolas Cage on my list, on my rating scale, Nicolas Cage has a couple good 5-crown movies. Face Off is not a 5-crown movie. I'm sorry. But if you're into, again, that 90s action-based movies, Face Off is definitely one to go watch. Sorry again. That time of the month, everyone's kind of getting a little sick. Colds are going around, so, bear with me. I'm sorry. Alright, so that's our list of top 10 Nicolas Cage movies. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, hit that bell icon so you can get first-minute updates on when we release content, just like this, and other content that we release as well. We're releasing a lot of content throughout the week, and it's always good to stop by and check it out. Don't forget to go like my Facebook page, PsychoticKingAJ. Follow me on Twitter @KingPsychotic. Follow me on Twitch, PsychoticKingAJ. And yeah. Subscribe to my YouTube, because you won't be disappointed. With that being said, PsychoticKingAJ, out.